Okay, so let me firstly say that you are not going crazy because you do feel them. Being an empath, you do feel their energy. And what does this mean? What does that mean, one, for you? What does that mean in the longer term? And there was a third question coming, but I can't think of it right now. Let me get the cards and then we will have a deeper look into me explaining about energies, me explaining again, also part reading as well, not just explaining as a coach, but me explaining what energies are, me explaining what that means for you, what you've been feeling, what they've been feeling too, because it's a mutual exchange, it's not just a one-sided thing, and ultimately what that will mean for both of you. So let me get my cards and then we'll have a look. Okay. So the first question that comes when I look into that question about you feeling their energy, and write this in the comments. When was the first time you became open or conscious that you were picking up their energy? The reason why I ask that is from past experience when I was developing my psychic powers, if you want to call it that. I remember the first time it happened for me, how it felt really unusual, really bizarre, where you're questioning whether this is real or not. Because especially when we've been brought up with the logical mind, which again, my past, was very much being in the corporate world. So being brought up with a very logical mind and then all of a sudden switching that mind to be more intuitive, more spiritual, you kind of have that conflict. And especially when you then add somebody else's energy into the fold, forget about your own energy and your own consciousness and your own intuition, but adding somebody else's on top of that can be quite unbalancing. So that's why I was interested to know, when did you first become conscious regarding picking up your person of interest's energy? Okay. Now, apart from one card, which is the Six of Cups, which I will show you there, all of the other cards are really positive. The Six of Cups is telling me about your current situation. It's telling me how you are contemplating life, you are contemplating with lots of questions, yet you're not looking at the other 5 cups around sitting there in this photo, in this card, where it's showing you the amount of abundance you have around you, but you're only focused on that one thing. Okay, so let's talk about their energy first, and then we'll talk about your energy, and then we'll talk about both the energies together. Okay, so their energy, your person of interest. I'm not going to call it twin flame because I don't think it's got to that level. But I will definitely say this is a soulmate connection, hence why the energy is quite intense, hence why you're able to pick up on their energy. And they equally pick up on your energy. So this is not like a one-sided exchange. They also feel your energy. They know when you're sad. They know when you're angry. They know if it's related to them or if it's related to something else that might be going on in your life. They, what else do they feel relating to energies? Because they are, like you, are new to the connection, new to the energy, sometimes there is a little confusion, and this is where the logical mind comes in, where you begin to question whether you're picking up the right emotion and whether that emotion is connected to you or whether it's their own emotion, but they're kind of putting it out to you. So that there's a little learning going on, but I kind of feel that equally, even though you are way ahead of them, there is equal amount of learning going on your side relating to that as well. And remember what I also said, that this is a soulmate connection. And because this is a soulmate connection, it's meant to be. It's meant to, on a universal level, it's meant to be. On a human level, we have choice. So whether you guys make it work, whether you choose to continue with this, again falls on the human side. But in terms of the spiritual side, in terms of the universe, think of it as a gift. You are being gifted to each other, and how you unravel that. I was almost going to say manifest that, but you've manifested it because you've met one another. But unravel the connection and getting to know one another, that's kind of sitting with you two. Okay, so the question basically says you feel their energy because you're meant to. And the reason, again, I've explained, because it's a soulmate connection. And when we have a soulmate connection, then and if we are also open in our own energy, maybe, I will use the word spiritual very loosely. If you have that element of things, then you begin to feel one another's energies more. If you are again, no negativity there, but if you stay just in your logical brain and your logical side of being, then you will not really feel someone else's energy. The exchange will be very much on a human level, where you would probably spend a lot of the time trying to figure out what it is that then it's the body language interpretation and those kinds of things that come into play. I just feel as I've done so many explaining regarding the connection and the energy and you two being together, and not more so regarding what this means for you guys. When you guys are together, and you will be together, so if you're not currently together with this person, then just know that you will be together. At the moment, I feel your energy is way ahead in terms of understanding connections, understanding energies. Theirs is playing catch up in trying to learn about these things, and certainly not feeling they can ask anybody questions, to help them. So it feels like they're trying to figure it all out themselves. This energy connection is definitely powerful. It's wonderful. You've got the Empress card, but you've also got the Wheel of Fortune. The Empress card is all about things blossoming, things growing, things, what's the word? Fruition. I don't know why the word fruition is coming, because it's more that things are developing, things are happening, and you've got these gorgeous autumn colours and stuff, and we're in summer, but eventually we will be falling into autumn. This does not mean that you have to wait until autumn for anything to happen between you two, but this is just confirmation that by autumn you guys will have taken the relationship further. And you've also got the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is basically saying that everything is moving in the right direction at the right time and in the right way, even though on a human level it's really frustrating. But just knowing that there is a connection there, and I think it was last week or a couple of weeks ago, check it out, that there's a video on telepathic connection. So go and check that out, because I kind of feel to a degree you also have that connection, between you two as well. So take this as it resonates. You are not going crazy. You definitely are feeling their energy, their emotions, their thoughts. Equally, they are feeling yours and trying to decipher it and figure it out, and see how that connects to you and how that is for them. So both of you are on that journey. This is a really positive go with the flow. That's basically what I'm being shown, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, because that card is very much about going with the flow and also trusting that things are happening in the right way, at the right time, in the right sequence. All very annoying words when we're humans and we just want it right now. But it's also knowing that it will be happening very soon. But when you two are together, because you already have this connection on a spiritual level, on a human level, it will be like two friends meeting after a long time. It will be instant in terms of you two getting on, learning about one another, knowing one another. It will feel very natural and very, the word guided comes in, but you can take that as being guided. But it just will feel very easy, very flowing, and very natural. And just as a closing, that energy will also, once you get to meet the friends, family, and everything else, get extended out there. So all this union of you two coming together, and I've got my hands in prayer mode or thank mode, or whatever mode you want to call this, because I was just going to say the word blessed. And when we pray, then we are seeking blessings. So this is coming through as being a very blessed union for the both of you, and on so many levels. So you've basically got it on the mental, physical, spiritual, yeah, mental is psychological, isn't it? So you've got it on all levels. And that sounds really, really good. And I'm really, really happy for you guys for when this happens. And please, as I always say, write it in the comments regarding when this, connection happens, or what about their energy is it that you're picking up. Again, love to hear from you guys. And as always, if you wish to book a more detailed one-to-one reading, then go across to my bio. All the links are there for you to be able to book a session with me. If you want to hop along to our manifesting shop, we've got all of the candles, crystals, incense, and other things to help you with love, manifesting, removing blocks, and anything else that might be holding you back, but also in terms of helping to understand energies. And finally, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe to help to grow this channel. And with all of those things said, and thank you so much for being one of my subscribers on the channel. And with all of those things said, I'll see you next time.